Mr. Speaker, sir, reply to third question 61A, no, sir. B, sir, does not arise in view at A above. C, sir, Bolgangre, as per source code 273819, has 75 households, out of which 33 are already electrified earlier. The remaining 42 households could not be electrified due to one of additional infra, since the village was not in the list of villages in the Saubhagya scheme, sir.
Mr. Speaker, sir, it is very unfortunate that major households of the particular village of Bolgangre has been left out without getting any electrification. So I would like to know from the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister the reason for not including Bolgangre village to be electrified 100%. And I believe that the government has already certified the Saubhagya scheme to be 100% electrified in the state of Meghalaya. So I would like to know from the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister the reason why the major portion of the village of Bolgangre has left out without being electrified.
Sir, I think I have already replied. We could not take up electrification fully to this particular village was just because we were not able to include it in the list of the Saubhagya scheme. However, for the information of the honorable member, sir, this remaining household, which is yet to be electrified, we have already proposed under the RDSS, Revamp Distribution System scheme in the state of Meghalaya.
In that case, Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to know whether the government has certified that 100% households have been electrified in the state of Meghalaya under Saubhagya scheme or not.
Yes, as far as those villages which was already included in the to be covered under the Saubhagya scheme, sir, we have already certified that.
What is the criteria of selection of the villages to be electrified under Saubhagya?
Well, sir, I think, let me just explain. I need a little more time. See the history, the genesis of the Saubhagya scheme. Initially, way back in 2017, we were asked by the Ministry of Power, Government of India, to submit the DPR. And the intention is to reach out to the last mile villages in the state of Meghalaya. So accordingly, the government has submitted the DPR, which comes to 1,914 crores initially. 1914. That was the original cost of DPR prepared and submitted through REC. In the course of time, sir, what happened was the REC has cut down it to 1189.58. From 1914.32 crores, it was again cut down to 1189.58 crores. It's very unfortunate, sir. Ultimate again, out of 1189.58 crores, again it was further reduced. Ultimately, it comes down to 657.05 crores under Saubhagya scheme. So the whole proposal submitted right from way back in the year 2017 till 2018, we keep changing everything. So therefore, ultimately, sir, as I just stated, now we have already completed implementation of 657.07 crores.
Mr. Speaker, sir, this very village, Bolgangre, is in my constituency, and it is near the main road of AMPT Road, Tura Garobada Road. And when the accessibility is very accessible, and the village which is very accessible is not being electrified fully, then what will be the fate of the villages in the remote areas, in the far-flung areas? So, Mr. Speaker, sir, since Honorable Deputy Chief Minister has stated that it will be taken up under RDSS, so I would like to know the time frame as to when it will be taken up and when it will be completed also.
As I've already replied, DPR has been already submitted through REC, and REC is till now examining, checking the DPR. And once that is done, it will go to the Ministry of Power, and once Ministry of Power give us the submission, then implementation will be done immediately, sir. And again, let me reiterate to the honourable member, this village, this particular village has already been included in this proposed RDSS DPR, sir.
Sir, this will be last supplementary. Mr. Speaker, sir, erstwhile under Rajiv Gandhi Gramin Vidyutikaran Yojana and Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Gramin Jyoti Yojana, 100% villages could not be covered, and whatever villages were left out under those programs was supposed to be covered under Saubhagya. But unfortunately, so many villages have been left out. Maybe other than Bolgangre also, there may be lots of some other villages across the state. So I need some assurance from the government that when there is a slogan that Har Ghar Mein Ujala, meaning creating big hype, the government has embarked upon the very ambitious program, and in the ground zero, it is not being implemented properly. So we should not deprive any section of the society. It should be that equality should be maintained. So I want to get the assurance that the government will expeditiously explore the ways and means, as it has been stated by the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, to make it materialized at the earliest.
Yes, sir. Those left out villages, as I've already stated, those left out villages during the sending of this DPR under RDSS, we have already included also. So once the sanction is accorded, I'll make sure that the implementation goes down up to the last mile.
Sir, this is not a question, it's a request. I would like to request the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister to furnish the information. Rather, he can place on the table of the House the number of villages.
This is a question.
Number of villages which are not being included under Saubhagya. For the benefit of the House, sir.
Sir, in fact, the question is relating to Rera Para block. So Rera Para block, for the information of the honourable member, there were 177 villages, and out of 177 villages, 24 villages were covered under Saubhagya scheme.
Sir, may I also know from the Minister in charge of Power about this department on the 17th of September 2021 on the autumn session. So the Minister has informed the House that under Saubhagya scheme, there is number of villages that has been shown in the table of the House. It says there are 2 villages under my area, sir. One is under Rongora block, the village named Bolgangre, whose census number is 276257, And under Bakmara block, the name of the village is Bolgangre, whose census number is 276056. So this village has been informed that under Sabogia, this village has been
Please
covered.
confine the supplementary question to the principal question of the electrification in Bolgangre village under Rangapara.
Sir, I think, sir, our minister might have the answer on this. So some
Okay,
would like to request our honorable minister, may I know who were the contractor and whether the actual electrification has been met to this village or not?
Sir, I think, in fact, I've already replied, and I've already stated before the members of this August House that due to the massive reduction of the original DPR from, as I've already stated, from 1,900 crores something, it has come down ultimately to 657.05 crores. We understand that quite a number of villages automatically it stands left out. But again, in my reply, I've already assured the honorable members in this August House, those left out villages which are yet to be covered under Sabogia or any other schemes, this will be again done in the second phase, which now the government here has already launched RDSS schemes to make sure that each and every household in the state is totally, fully electrified, sir.
Yes, Bala sir.
Mr. Speaker, sir, since we discussed regarding the power sector, it's a very important sector in our state. Though we discussed about this Bolgangre village, I just want to highlight to the minister in charge that in my area support, this is a big area, and we are using same feeder from one feeder, Dalu and support. If something happens in Dalu, we also affected. That is the reason that most of the time, especially in the rainy seasons, we face lots of problems. So my request to the honorable minister in charge, if the substation can be set up in support, it will solve the problems of the area, as well as approximately 70 numbers of villages have been left out. So, through Mr. Speaker, sir, may I request Minister in charge to kindly see into the matter and consider what is happening on the ground.
Sir, the matter will be examined.